So we got to see Evil Dead. By the time this video comes out, it'll be in theaters. But we saw it early. We saw it on Monday, April 1st,
Fool's Day.
and it's raining outside.
Yes,
you're
pouring.
You're the one that made this happen. So
yeah, well, what happened was a friend of mine posted something on Facebook from Ain't It Cool News. They're running a contest that.
Big shout out to them for making this happen.
Yeah, exactly. And I just figured, what the hell, I'd enter. So I had to send him an email with the subject of "Groovy Baby" in all caps, and just put like, nice. And I had to put myself and 3 additional guests down. So I put this guy right here and 2 other friends who, of course, bailed on us at the last second, but they were feeling sick, so I can't really fault them for that. I think actually I was the one who got them sick, so.
So it's your fault.
Yes, it's my fault. Sorry about that. So late Wednesday the following week, I got a message saying that I didn't win, but that I got on the standby line. So everybody who didn't make it was on the standby line, so whatever, And so I'm like, oh, whatever, I might not even go, stuff like that. But then Monday started getting closer, and I kept thinking to myself, might be a good idea to just check this thing out. If we don't get in, we don't get in. There's still plenty of stuff to do down in Sunset Place, which is where the theater was. But no, so Monday rolls around. I go to, I convinced this guy to drive us down.
It was like an hour drive, too.
Yeah.
All the way down to Miami.
Yeah, all the way down. 50 minutes, even with traffic, but, so we get down there, there's about 30 people waiting in the standby line, and the actual contest winners line was like around the corner at that point.
Yeah, we didn't think we'd actually get in.
But to our surprise, we did.
Like, everybody in the standby line got in.
Exactly.
It was a big theater, so they fit everybody.
Yeah, they crammed us all in there. There were still even some spare seats, I noticed, when we got in the theater.
So, and unfortunately, we had to sit in the very front. But that was both a good thing and a bad thing, but we'll get to why.
Yeah, it was a bad thing for watching the movie, but it was a good thing for because the whole thing was a Q&A with Bruce Campbell, and we were going to watch the original Evil Dead. That was the whole setup.
We were front and center for Q&A with Bruce Campbell, and we got stories about that, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah, we literally were about less than a foot away from the man. It was glorious. But
watching Evil Dead in at the very front row, I don't recommend it, especially with that opening shot.
So it got past that scene, the typical, evil force roaming through the woods. As soon as Bruce Campbell's mug got on frame, his 21-year-old mug,
and everyone laughed.
Yeah, everyone laughed. And then the picture cut out. And so the lights came back on, Bruce comes running back down, and he says, I'm sorry, somebody fucked up in the booth. The projector's not working, we're having technical difficulty, so we can't show you the original Evil Dead. However, I've got something else for you. The remake that's coming out this Friday. So everybody started cheering. Bruce is just like, alright, enjoy the film, and I'll be back afterwards to accept your apologies. And
so we got to see Evil Dead about 4 days, the remake about 4 days before everyone else.
Yeah.
So
we're here to talk about that.
Yeah. By the way, best April Fool's prank ever.
Yes, it was the best April Fool's Day in the history of, well, my entire life, actually. Yeah. I can't think of a better April Fool's Day.
Yeah. So we got to see the movie. We're going to talk about Bruce Campbell after we talk about the movie.
Yeah.
I actually didn't hear about this movie for a while. The first person I heard talk about it was Angry Joe.
Oh yeah.
Talked about the Red Band trailer.
Yeah, why Evil Dead would kick ass.
That was actually the first time I heard about it, but I'm guessing you knew about it long in advance.
Oh yes, I mostly found out about it on Reddit, and I just followed it from there, and well, originally they were going to plan to do the remake with Ashton Kutcher in the starring role. This was back in, I want to say, maybe 2007, 2008, so a long time ago.
Yeah, I can't see that happening.
But no, this, like with the first movie, they had a bunch of nobodies. Well, yeah, Bruce Campbell wasn't nobody at the time. And
I don't think I recognized anybody.
No, nobody in that movie was anybody I think who'd been anything, or at least anything I'd know.
I'll have to IMDb that later.
Or somebody will just, in the comments section, they'll probably point it out.
I saw that guy in that one movie.
That girl was on a TV show once.
Fly in here. What were your expectations? Like, what did you think it was gonna suck, or?
Well, judging from the Red Band trailer, I knew it was going to be just as violent as the original film, if not more so.
People were freaked out by the trailer.
Wow, really?
Yeah, people were very... In fact, the Red Band trailer, there was a thing where you could film yourself while watching the trailer, and there's reaction shots of people freaking out. Some people have no spine.
I know, seriously. I saw that trailer. I got giddy. I'm just like, oh my god, look at all that blood. I was just jumping up and down.
I can honestly say there was only one moment in the movie that I really cringed at, but we'll get into that later.
Yes, I know what scene that is too. But as for the movie itself, I want to say I enjoyed it.
We definitely had a good time seeing it.
Yes, it was.
I think in the long run that's the most important thing.
Oh yeah, those movies are always a good time though. Mm-hmm. So this was really no exception. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, the characters themselves, I have to say, were kind of bland, but honestly, who really gives a shit? You're not really going to an Evil Dead film for character development. If you are...
Character development?
I think you need to reevaluate your priorities.
You mean when they develop from being alive to dead?
And then undead. Yeah.
There's 3 stages of character development.
Well, actually in Evil Dead it's more, you're alive, then you're possessed, and then you're a pile of limbs.
Yeah, then you're dead.
That's really how it goes.
Yeah. So I actually not seen the original Evil Dead in God knows how long. I've never even seen the sequel.
Yeah, this guy's never seen Evil Dead 2. Send your hate mail to.
I have it. It's right here. It's 1 and 2. I have them.
Yep.
But I wanted to watch them before we saw the movie, but I didn't have a chance to.
Yeah, we were not planning on seeing this.
I saw Army of Darkness about 1,000,000 times. The movie I didn't even know was a part of the Evil Dead series for years. I saw it and I was like, this is too goofy. What did you like about this movie?
Well, they upped the squick and the gore factor considerably from the first movie.
Yes.
There's really no comparison. They just,
oh my god.
It's just above and beyond. You can tell where the budget for this movie went.
If you thought movies like Saw were bad...
Yeah, I mean, it's... I mean, granted, with most of the Evil Dead movies, it's kind of almost brought to a cartoonish level, but still, you're just like... Yeah. There were parts where I literally I did cringe at some points.
Yeah. What's great about this movie is that when they get into the cabin, you start seeing things like, as soon as they walk in, they knock over a crowbar.
Yeah.
And then later on, you see a guy with a nail gun, and then you see one of the girls using like an electric meat carver. It's like every one of those weapons gets used.
Every one of those weapons is a Chekhov's gun, meat cleaver.
Everything you see will become a weapon.
Yeah, and
I liked that. It didn't look like they used much CGI.
They didn't use any.
None.
There was no CGI in that entire movie.
That's incredible. Everything, all practical effects. I appreciate that very much.
Again, you know where the budget went in this movie.
Yeah, definitely. Well, they only had like 5 actors and 1 set piece, so I guess they saved a lot of money on that.
Like the original. I mean, the original was only made for $350,000.
Yeah, well, however much this was made for. Even Bruce didn't want to tell us.
Yeah, he goes, yeah, we made this one for $1 million.
I liked about that it was very fast-paced. It got right to the point. And unfortunately, it was at the expense of character development and, getting to know these people. Like, I mean, we know a little bit, and like they kind of reveal little things. Like one guy he was like a professor or something.
Yeah, one's a teacher, and the main character Mia was getting over a heroin addiction.
That's why they were in the cabin. They were doing cold turkey, and they were holding her there for however long.
It's not like the original film where they just went out there for a vacation in the sticks. Why you would go to rural Tennessee on vacation is anybody's guess.
No, but yeah,
not to offend anybody from Tennessee. I'm sorry, but
my Tennessee audience.
Stick to Chattanooga or someplace heavily populated. Don't go out in the middle of the sticks.
With a tourist attraction.
Yeah, anywhere. Go to Nashville. There's plenty of stuff in Nashville.
But yeah, then there was her brother, who they were kind of revealing that they didn't have a good relationship.
Yeah.
And, like, that was kind of part of the final resolution of the movie.
Yeah, well, he kind of ran out on the brother David kind of ran out on things is when things got tough, and their mother went freaking cuckoo.
Yeah, that was another thing. Like, I couldn't remember anyone's name at the after this movie.
I remembered everybody's names, and funnily enough, even the first letter of everybody's name spelled the word demon.
Yeah, when you told me that, I was like, how did you figure that out?
Yeah, David, Eric, Mia, Olivia, and Natalie. Figure it out for yourselves.
Wow.
And out of all the characters, Natalie was the blandest. She was the blonde one.
She had no character. She was the girlfriend.
Yeah, she was.
That's it.
She was literally just there. It's like, hi, I'm tagging along. I'll be dead soon. And I did nothing wrong to deserve this either.
She surprisingly lasted a quite a long time for someone with no character.
Yeah.
She was I think number 2 to die, if you don't count Mia.
Yeah,
Because technically she didn't.
Yeah, she didn't die.
Yeah.
Oh, spoilers, by the way.
Yeah, we'll try to avoid major ones. But, Yeah. Let's see what else was there. I should talk about the moment that made me cringe.
Yes, let's talk about the moment that made you cringe.
Okay, this is like a thing for me. Like, whenever there's someone's sensitive parts get hurt. There's a scene where they lock Mia in the basement after she's possessed, and bland girlfriend girl gets thrown down there.
Oh,
and
yes, this scene.
She's holding her down, and she grabs a box cutter, and you think she's going to stab her with the box cutter, but no, she extends it all the way out and licks it with her tongue, the bladed side.
To the point where her tongue splits. It's in the trailer, but yeah.
Oh, was it?
It was in the Red Band trailer.
Right.
And of course she makes out with Natalie right afterwards. After the tongue cutting part, which was delightful.
Wow.
I seriously popped a boner at that point. Not really.
Too much information. This is a family show. Damn it.
When?
Since I said so.
Fine. Anyway. It was gosh darn amazing.
Darn it, that friggin' movie was amazing.
What the frelling hell, man?
Frack.
God, I hate that word. Anyway.
Alright, so what else should we talk about?
Well, there were a bunch of squicky moments. Even the way that the possession happens in this movie is very squicky. In the original, it was just like they had a first-person camera shot of the evil force darting towards somebody. But in this one, it was literally just...
Yeah. They did the thing where the trees grabbed her, and then...
Yeah, excuse me.
The evil girl that was there, I don't even... Did she have a name? Or was she...
I think she was credited as the Abomination.
So anyway, she vomits up this...
snake,
slug,
centipede.
I want to say I don't know what it was, but and then
it just looked like sentient tar, really.
Yeah, it was like
wrapped in barbed wire.
It was like living vomit, basically. And then it
right up her cooch.
Yeah.
So yes, if you were wondering if the tree rape scene is in the remake, you struck gold, baby.
Oh, you get to see more of it actually.
Yeah, it's a lot more. It's a lot harder to sit through this time around.
Mm-hmm. But I really appreciate this movie because when Bruce came out, he mentioned that did this look like it was made back when the original Evil Dead was made? And I was like, yeah, it does, because they kind of made it timeless because they didn't reference modern technology. Nobody had a cell phone. There was the scene where the guy got stabbed with the syringe in his eye.
Ah, yes.
It wasn't so much the stabbing, it was the extraction.
The girl Olivia's a nurse, so she carried a bunch of needles with her so she could sedate Mia when she went through withdrawals. And she ended up, when she got possessed, she ended up using it on the blonde guy, Eric.
Stabbed him multiple times.
Repeatedly.
Yeah.
That guy really had the worst of it. I actually... felt bad for him.
It got to the point where it started becoming funny.
It really, because...
What happened to him? He got stabbed with a syringe. He got stabbed with a box cutter.
Stabbed with a shard of glass in his shoulder.
Assaulted with a nail gun.
Assaulted with a nail gun
multiple times. And he was still standing. I'll give him credit.
Yeah, he still managed to limp his way till nearly the end of the movie.
Yeah, he almost made it.
But
almost made it.
It's just like, hey, I found something. Click, click, click. On that, next thing you know, he's got a face full of nails, and you're just like, oh, stop it.
Are you Superman?
Yeah, I think that trope is called shoot the dog. But oh no, shoot the shaggy dog. Look it up on TV tropes, kids.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Would you call this a scary movie?
No.
You would not define it as scary?
No. But then again, I don't really. Well, when I first saw the original Evil Dead, it scared the shit out of me. But then again, I was about 15 years old.
Yeah.
Half of what I am now. But as for this one, I don't really know, because the demons, when they get possessed, I don't think they looked as scary as they did in the original, because their eyes weren't pure white.
They were more like zombies.
They really felt more like
zombies. Rage zombies, kind of.
Yeah, more or less.
In fact, that seems to be the angle they were going for, because they pretty much transfer through biting or through exchange of blood or whatever.
Yeah, mostly through exchange of blood.
That's kind of how it was working.
Yeah, because that's how it transfers to Natalie when Mia does the whole squeaky makeout scene.
Yeah, she gets bitten, and then
yeah.
No character girl gets the blood in her mouth. And
yeah, Olivia gets that's also in the Red Band trailers when Mia vomits on Olivia. That's how she gets possessed.
Yeah, a lot of vomit in this movie too.
Yeah.
It's kind of something else I don't.
And a bit of urine too. And there's a scene where when Olivia finally gets possessed, you just see her like get up frantically, and then she just stops and she just loses all control of herself, and you just starts dribbling down her legs. And I'm just like, really?
There was a movie, I don't know if you saw it. It's called Drag Me to Hell.
Oh yeah, I love that movie.
That movie is disgusting.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's not very scary. In fact, it's kind of silly.
PG-13. Bring your teenage kids.
Bring the kids.
Exactly.
It's a family flick.
The only part of that movie that actually did unsettle me was, well, and now I'm getting off on a tangent here, but Drag Me to Hell was when she actually gets dragged at the end of the movie. Spoilers if you haven't seen it.
Well, it's called Drag Me to Hell.
Exactly.
The movie kind of lost me with the talking goat. That was hilarious.
You black-hearted whore! Yeah, I have to admit, I laughed at that scene too.
That was great.
That was great.
Alright, anyway, back on topic.
Back to Evil Dead.
Is there anything else you'd like to mention about the movie?
While
You're the big Evil Dead guy, so...
Well, while I can't count this movie on the plateau of movies, the remakes that are better than the original. I only hold 2 films on that plateau. And that's John Carpenter's The Thing and David Cronenberg's The Fly. Evil Dead got close, but it didn't really quite get there for me.
Would you say it was better or not as good as the original?
I'd say it's on par.
The same?
It's on par with the original. It's not better than it, but it stands on its own.
That's these days that's a pretty good thing to have.
Yeah, so it's about on par with the Omen remake in that regard. So
you'd recommend the new one?
Yes, I'd recommend it.
I would recommend it as well. And check out the original if you can too, because it's a classic.
Yes.
So
many, many times. Just watch it repeatedly.
So let's talk about what happened after the movie.
Yeah. Then came the Q&A.
Oh boy. Neither of us have ever met Bruce Campbell.
Yes, this was our first time meeting the man.
I've met a lot of cool celebrities before. I've met Ernie Hudson. I've met Larry Kenney, the voice of Lionel. I've met MC Chris. I've met a lot of voice actors. I met Jason David Frank, the Green Ranger from Power Rangers. They're all really cool people. Bruce Campbell blew them all right out of the water.
Oh yeah, almost everybody who asked a question got verbally destroyed by this man. And it was glorious.
Bruce Campbell is such a ball buster.
Yes.
And let me tell you something. I was born in Brooklyn, New York. I was raised Italian. I've never met anyone who busted balls like Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, apparently they raise him tough in Detroit.
That dude has got like a 7th degree black belt.
In verbal bitch.
Everybody got ragged on. Everybody.
Everybody.
So yeah, if you ever get to meet Bruce Campbell, if there's ever you go to a convention or something, and they're gonna hand Bruce Campbell a microphone.
Yeah.
Attend and watch out.
And watch out. Watch what questions you ask, because.
So
what was that question that one guy asked? I don't know if he was drunk or something, but
I don't know. People were asking a lot of stuff about Evil Dead and what it's like to work with Sam Raimi.
Oh, now I remember what he asked. It was he said something. He asked something stupid like, "It's like when you take a chainsaw to a deadite, do you like to drink Campari or something like?" He said something stupid. Bruce just stared at him, wide-eyed, mouth agape. He's just like, "Okay, you sir are a dumbass."
Yeah, it was great, especially since we were in the front row.
Yes.
He was like right there.
Right there.
Like as far as the camera was away from us right now.
Exactly.
But then he got closer because you got to ask a question.
Yeah, that was actually before. He answered a few questions before the movie started, and I asked him, what was
the worst thing?
Yeah, I said I heard stories about, Sam tormenting you on set, and he interrupted me. He goes, you mean stories you heard on the internet about Sam tormenting me? And I'm just like, by the way, Bruce, I know you're not going to watch this, but it was the DVD commentaries, just to be 100% clear. Anyway.
We wait for your response.
Actually, no, I don't. He's a busy man. But he said it was when he, at the end of Evil Dead 1, getting Alpo dog food thrown in his face after burning the Book of the Dead and the demons try to escape.
That's nasty. They didn't even spring for the good dog food.
Nope. He gets an eyeful of it, too. I remember that scene. It just goes, bah! Right there.
Wow. But actually, the highlight of the evening was what happened to me.
Yes.
So,
that was great.
Someone asked a question. It was about Bubba Hotep.
Yes, actually, the sequel to Bubble Hotep. Bubba Hotep, that was supposedly in development or in pre-production, called Bubba Nosferatu.
He asked I don't remember the exact question, but it was one of those questions where Bruce was like, I don't want to answer this.
Yeah.
So, as the guy was asking the question, Bruce walks right up to where I'm sitting.
Yep, shoves a mic in his face.
Shoves the mic in my face and said, I'm not answering that question. You answer it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you answer it. And at that moment, I had to say something funny. So I retorted, the answer is 24.
And he just immediately backs up and goes, there you go, 24. That's it. That's your answer. That's good. I like that.
I was the only person that got a compliment from him.
Yeah, that's true.
Everyone else got ragged on.
I got destroyed.
That never happens, ever.
Yeah. That was my...
Yeah.
Still, I loved the one guy's just like, were you surprised when Sam Raimi asked you to star in Evil Dead 2? And he's just like, was I surprised that Sam Raimi asked me to star in the movie that I was already co-producing with him? No, I wasn't surprised. Next question.
Yeah, but that was a lot of fun that evening.
I was amazed and very glad that I decided to, because I almost didn't go.
Yeah.
I almost decided to just,
We were actually planning, like what if we don't get in? We should just, do something else.
Exactly.
But yeah, we ended up getting in. We had a great time.
It was an amazing time.
Unfortunately, it happened on a Monday.
Yeah.
Because after the remake, they were going to show the original. We wanted to stay for that, but we have these things.
Time constraints.
We have these things called jobs that we have to wake up in the morning for. So. Plus, I have it on DVD. We can watch it whenever we want.
Yeah, kids never be employed. It's just a big hassle.
It's a scam, really.
It's a total scam.
But
there's other ways to earn money that I can't really repeat in polite company. But
not yet.
I'm sure you'll figure it all out. Your kids are smart.
Make a shitty internet review series, and then maybe that can probably work for you.
There you go.
Eventually, it'll start paying off, right? So, yeah, we ended up leaving. The other bad thing was that this happened on April Fools.
Yes.
Because nobody believes us. We got out of the theater, we immediately went onto Facebook to gloat. And everybody was like, that's bullshit! And
no, either half of them said it was bullshit and the other half just told us to go fuck ourselves because we met Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because they
confiscated our cell phones.
They took the cell phones, so... although after the movie, people got them back.
Yeah,
and,
but we stayed through the credits,
so
not realizing.
There is footage and photos of this happening.
Yeah.
So I've been trolling YouTube all week, waiting for something to show.
Yeah.
If it shows up, I'll splice it in. If not, I'll post it on the website some other time. Yeah. But this happened. This really happened. We met Bruce Campbell, who wants to touch us.
Don't touch us. Don't do it.
You can touch me.